Hi, it's Jamie from Guildbrook Farm, and I'm going to share with you guys my top 3 grocery store budget busters. So whether you're a homesteader on the path to self-reliance like we are, or whether you guys just want to save a buck, I'm going to share with you guys the top 3 items that I think are going to drain your wallet at the grocery store. And I'm also going to share with you guys some alternatives that I use in place of those. All right, so my number 1 budget busting grocery store item is lunch meat. So easy to go up to that deli counter and just order a couple pounds of meat, throw it in your fridge and make a sandwich, right? Well, that lunch meat's costing you $10.99 per pound, and a lot of times we think it's a great deal when we see that sale sign that says, hey, you can get a pound for $8.99 a pound. On top of that, that lunch meat is loaded with preservatives, nitrates, nitrites, and it's full of sodium. And you have to use it within a week. Let me give you an alternative. So instead of buying that expensive lunch meat that's full of preservatives, consider canning your own meat. I have here some roast beef, ham, chicken. All these can be thrown together super quick to make an awesome sandwich. There's no preservatives in it, and there's very low sodium because it's only what I put in it. It can last years on a shelf, and here's the best part. I purchased this meat for anywhere between $2 a pound and $7 a pound. That's gonna save you anywhere between $4 and $9 per pound by canning your own meat. Now, of course, there's an initial investment in your canner. I made that back within the first 3 months. If you guys are interested in canning your own meat or learning how to can, I'm going to link to my Canning 101 video, and we're going to have a ton of videos out on how to can your own meat. This is a great option for those of you guys who are trying to save money. All right, so my second grocery store budget buster, prepackaged foods and snacks. These are a huge market for companies. Companies are trying to get you to buy smaller and smaller packaging for that convenience factor. And guess what, guys? You're paying for that packaging. You're getting a smaller amount of food for more money, as much as twice as much as buying that same item in bulk, because you're paying for the packaging. Now, these products are also, again, loaded with sodium, loaded with preservatives. The better option is to go ahead and buy your items in bulk. So snack foods, buy dried fruits and nuts and seeds in bulk. Make your own trail mix. You can make your own granola. I have a recipe for that, and I'm going to show you what I like to do, which is make your own popcorn. All right, making your own popcorn takes less than 10 minutes. You just need a big pot with a lid. Turn your oven on high. Throw in a tablespoon of coconut oil or lard. You don't want to use olive oil because olive oil should be consumed raw, so make sure you use something that can be used on high heat. And then all you do, as this is starting to melt, is add in a couple tablespoons of your kernels. I have an organic non-GMO corn here. Cover your pot, shake to cover your kernels, and just leave it sit for a few minutes until it starts to pop. All right, once it starts popping, you're gonna shake every few minutes to get the kernels to go to the bottom and the popcorn to rise to the top so it doesn't burn. Once the popping starts to slow down, remove from the stove, let it vent a little bit. And there's your popcorn. And then just add whatever toppings you want. You can keep it plain with salt. I like to do salt and pepper. Sometimes I put nutritional yeast. You can do a sweet, you can do a savory. There's tons of popcorn toppings on Pinterest. My favorite is Dorito flavored, and it's made with all spices, all natural, super good for you. All right, so my third grocery store budget buster is going to be juice and soda. Super expensive. Most people drink way too much of both. It takes 2 to 4 oranges to make 1 cup of orange juice. Most people that I know, most kids that I know, are drinking several cups of this every single meal, several times a day. And then on top of that, you have your soda, which has all kinds of bad stuff in it. It's sugars and chemicals and just all kinds of stuff that's really bad for you. Third reason, there's lots of calories in both, and with sugar in particular, there's very, very little nutrition. So what's my alternative? Eat whole fruit. You get the fiber as well as the juice, so it not only quenches your thirst, but it's more filling and you get the nutrients that you need. Second alternative, switch to milk, water, and herbal teas. Much more wholesome for you. And for those occasions where you just have to have something to quench your thirst, make a homemade lemonade. I'm going to show you how I do that. All right, so for a really quick lemonade, you need a glass of ice, a lemon, some cold water, and I like to use stevia instead of sugar, but you can also make a simple syrup, which is 50% sugar, 50% water, and boil it down, let it cool. Stevia, I personally think, is the better option here. Sprinkle a little stevia in your glass. A little goes a long way. Cut your lemon in half. Squeeze the whole lemon into a glass. Add your water. And just a quick stir. All right, guys, so those are my top 3 grocery store budget busters and the alternatives that I use. All these alternatives are ones that can work if you're trying to become more self-reliant, and all of these work if you're just trying to save yourself a buck. I'd like to know what you guys use. What do you guys do to save money at the grocery store? Leave your tips and tricks down below. I want to hear from you. And if you like this kind of stuff, like and subscribe. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching. The better option instead.
You need a shot.
I do. It's gonna pay for itself. It's gonna pay for itself. All right, so my second grocery store budget butter.
Budget butter.
Second budget buster grocery store mother clucker. A ninja.
Ninja?
A ninja.